Hello, Gemini. It's umomgtarot, and this is your someone secretly talking about you tarot card reading. I'm going to be starting with the astrology reading cards. I swear, every single time I try to start a reading, I got to clear my throat. There's always like a belch in the up in the esophagus, and then it has to come out right at the beginning of the reading and be all rude. That's not spiritual, but we're going to get into it, guys. I'm using the astrology reading cards for your reading. Too much reading. I use the word reading too much. Alright, buying time for the shuffle. You know how it goes. And we're going to start with, this could be their sun, moon, rising, this combination, or it could be somebody giving you the vibes of these signs. So let's have a look at the signs that come up. Your first card is Libra. The energy is diplomatic and gracious. It seeks harmony and balance in relationships. And so this person's very relationship centric. I'm not mad at that. But let me just crack my back by picking up some decks. They're just sitting on the ground. That's disrespectful. So Libra energy, very involved with trying to form relationships that are beneficial, that work. They're probably one of the ones that are very willing to work on flaws, but they'll also see the math, do the math, and be like, this relationship's not gonna be the end to my yang. I gotta cut my losses, because they're very diplomatic, right? So Libra is also an air sign, very intellectual, very smart, and also very charming. Libra is the kind of sign that they could be attractive even if they're physically unattractive because of that charm and that magnetic personality. So go ahead and talk about me. Go be charming and talk about me all day, Libra. All right. So your next card is Capricorn. The energy around you is serious, materialistic, and hardworking. It bestows shrewdness and cautious ambition. And so Capricorn energy is earth-based energy, slow and deliberate, like I like to say. And with them being ambitious, you may find that this person's in the workplace or somehow connected to business. Capricorns traditionally are no nonsense. They're not necessarily the funny one in the group because they're about their business, and that's first and foremost. Also, they're trying to acquire a better lifestyle at all times, trying to upgrade. So that's their energy. That's the energy around Capricorn. And your next card. The sensitive Cancer, water sign. The energy is emotional, sensitive, caring, and loving. It may concern family, a mother, or a child. So let's put that into the equation that this is a closely connected person that is talking about you. Yes, it could be your mother. Yes, it could be somebody 60 degrees away from your mother. But this is also just speaking to a maternal energy, so it could be any figure that is what your identification of motherly is. Somebody who cares about you, somebody who genuinely wants you to do well. And if that's not the case for your mother type, then let's apply that. Right? Caring and loving. So this person talking about you already, I'm like, okay, well you have some type of integrity to you. You care about balance. You're sensitive, and you like to get the job done. So what are they saying? Well, I'm shuffling the pre-Raphaelite tarot right now, and we're gonna have a look, figure out what are you talking about? Are you talking about me? What are you talking about? What are you saying? All right, let's have a look. Your first card is Temperance in reverse. Temperance in reverse. And I just have one question to that. Why are you so obsessed with me? Because the Temperance energy represents somebody who normally, they know what faith looks like. They know what divine timing is. But even though they know that, they're like, but when though? But when? All right, so they may be, a little, not off the rocker, but they may be a little doubtful in looking for some type of solution, answers, healing, reconciliation, healing, but they just have a little impatience when it comes to timing. So let's look at your next card. We have a victory up in the mix. We got fire energy. Of course, the Temperance card is associated with Sagittarius, so that's fire. Then we have the Six of Wands, who is connected to the idea of victory, the celebration of a victory. So this person may have a win on their side. And they must have had it at the 25th hour, at the why art thou forsaken me hour, you know, when they had some doubt, cold feet, maybe things aren't going to work out. And then boom, surprise, things did work out. And I like that because it's hovering under Libra, who rules justice. So it's almost like an indication that the fair thing is happening around this energy. So let's see what type of journey they're on. Let's see what. Then we have we got the High Priestess. High Priestess, keeper of knowledge, keeper of wisdom, keeper of information, and acknowledger of that divine timing. What a coinky dink. Right? So the High Priestess is connected to the moon, meaning there's a lot of inner wisdom that she comes with, and a lot of spiritual understanding, intuition, psychic energy. I feel like this is like when, like validation that you have, if you have a gut instinct about someone. Someone talking to you may have more, someone talking about you may have more information than you're aware of. When that comes to the mix, and they may see you as very attractive because that's the High Priestess up in there. She's very attractive to everybody. Let's keep going. Oh my goodness. Then we have the Ace of Wands, which means someone's making a special type of effort. Now I know, what does this have to do with somebody talking about you? Dude, I'm just giving you the energies that come from each card first, and then we can get into the whole reading. If some of you guys are new around here. All right, so the Eight of Wands represents making a special effort. I like that. I like that energy of making a special effort, especially coming after the High Priestess, because I'm feeling like truths get revealed, secrets get, demystified, and there's a special effort involved in that. So, okay, I was gonna acknowledge the clouds, chose not to, but now the last three cards have clouds, which represent confusion, which represents not being able to see things clearly. Little things are a little hazy, things are a little foggy. I don't get it. But meanwhile, you're not aware of the fog. You're just like, what? Everything's fine. Everything's cool. And then when you figure out that there had been fog, you're like, oh, right. So this person may be talking about you and trying to sort some information out. They're making a special effort to do so. We have the Page of Cups as the last card in your reading. This is a emotional, significant, romantic gesture, friendly family gesture, loving gesture, coming after, making a special effort. So let's have a look at the whole spread. See what's really going on. What you talking about? You talking about me? Why are you talking about me? I feel like it's coming from a place of compassion and care. Somebody's on a quest for healing, possibly redemption, and they're maybe unsure whether or not they deserve it. But I think there's a victory. Maybe, what they're thinking, they're having those doubts, maybe they're like, I want to heal, I want to reconcile, but maybe this person has moved on and they don't really need that anymore, and I don't want to disrupt their peace because of it. And then boom, you reach out, right? So then they have this, like, not only spiritual experience where they were hoping and then it got fulfilled even though they didn't believe it would happen, or they didn't know it was for the best, but boom, surprises, right? And the surprises may validate those feelings of, oh, that's why I had those impulses, because you were feeling the same way. So there's some type of victory in this that involves some doubt on one person's end. This person may be talking to you, maybe the one reaching out, because we do have that, hey, I'm reaching out card here at the Eight of Wands, but I feel like it comes after they realize that it's probably a better idea to reach out. They have some type of validation about it not being a bad idea, or whatever it was that was making them hesitant to do so. They get that little, yeah, you should probably do it type energy to them after they've already had the thoughts and feelings of wanting to do so, but kind of talk themselves out of it. So then we have the High Priestess here, and the High Priestess is the keeper of secrets and ancient wisdom, so there may be some revelations that come up when this person begins communicating with you. Maybe there's information that they're going to impart that you didn't know, you were not privy to, you were not even aware of because of all these clouds. And I'm not talking about, just here's brand new information. I'm talking about information that will change your perception of other information that you already have. Why are there lines on my... This is weird. I have lines on my TV. Dust lines. Okay, so... Oh, I get distracted easily. So anyways, there's this information that they either tell you about, which is the talking. They're talking about you, but they may be talking to you. There's more information to learn. They see you as an attractive person, like I said, so they be talking about you because they want to make a special effort because of that. They want to make a romantic gesture, but they didn't, you know, one thing at one step at a time. They're rather sensitive. This person could be connected to, yes, maternal and paternal, because we have Cancer and Capricorn. But I feel like this is a pure-hearted romantic gesture where they have a lack of confidence in doing so because of stuff. Now, I'm wondering, why the need for reconciliation? What went down between you where they would need forgiveness and maybe not feel worthy of that forgiveness? And I feel like this is also an apology. This romantic gesture here is not necessarily a romantic gesture. Maybe the romance in it is the, hey, I'm sorry I did you dirty. Oh, that's the sweetest thing anyone's ever said to me. You know? But I feel like because it's in reverse, it's almost like an apology. It's not like a straight up, here's flowers. This is like, here's flowers for the foolishness I did. You know, your modern day F-boy here with the Page of Cups. As I always say when it's in reverse, maybe they've acted immaturely in the past and they're wanting to talk to you, wanting to reach out because they're still attracted to you, because they still see you as something, and there's stuff you don't know and they just want to reveal it. So they want to tell you, they want to apologize, maybe they want to come clean in that apology. I feel like, yes, they get a green light to come forth towards you. Maybe all you guys have been wanting to hear is, what's going on? Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? Now you're talking about me? This person, I feel like they're talking about you, but to you. Because we don't see all this gossip, you know, we don't see third party, number 3 in the mix. It feels like they're hanging their head or bowing down to make this gesture towards you, but it's in reverse, so it's like, I gotta add something to it. Like, I did something wrong, and that's why this loving gesture is coming. Maybe it's a mother, maybe it's a father, maybe it's the mother or father of your children, maybe it's a kid, a son, daughter, you know, but they definitely see you as a queen on the throne, whether you're whatever gender you are. They see you as somebody who has some sort of authority and is the keeper of knowledge on their end, and they may be keeping secrets from you on their end, and that's why they're coming clean, making a special effort to do so. You know, maybe you had some little pocket of mercy, you know, for them, and that was the gateway for them to come and make this special effort. Either way, it excites them. Maybe they see a development in your life that makes them feel a little more comfortable reaching out. Anything of the sorts. We do see there is a focus on finding balance in relationships with Libra, and then we have the maternal paternal, so that's also that yin yang type energy, plus the High Priestess being a 2. We see duality here. We see the synthesis of pouring, I always say pouring a cup of water into a cup of water, but you know what the symbolism is behind that, is like a feeling of all is well. There's enough to go around. Your cup overflow if there's all this love in the universe, and that also means that love starts to amplify more love. Libra is connected to Venus, so we're gonna not ignore the whole love essence of this relationship. Feels like somebody's just trying to reach out, apologize. They feel bad, have their head hanging down. They're willing to make a special effort to prove, because they care. They care. They care about this connection. They want to talk to you. So, again, that's your reading, guys. That's your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment, share the video, and if you'd like a personal reading, please check out the description for a link to my website, as well as a link to my Etsy shop, where I sell all sorts of, you can smell as delicious as I do in here. Out in these streets, it smells delicious in here. Magic and Myrrh is my top, that's my favorite scent. Magic and Myrrh, favorite scent. And then we have the spiritual myrrh energy in it, but also the scent is magic. Okay, I have tons of scents, but this one is the one that I'm always burning, Magic and Myrrh. Love it. All right, so I might even do a giveaway. Heck, I'll do a giveaway. I'll set that up somehow. I always tease about that, and then I never actually do it, but I will do it this time. I will do a giveaway. Watch. All right, watch me and you. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.